What's up, guys? It's Werther. So today's going to be the first video of our technique series. So I'm really excited about this. Basically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be releasing every single technique that I have on my beginner's curriculum, and I'm going to be talking about the strategic and conceptual things that I talk about in this curriculum in every single lesson, because I like to have a conceptual and strategic idea behind everything that I teach, okay? So I hope you guys enjoy this video series. It's meant for white and blue belts, although I do think there are things that some more advanced practitioners will find useful. So I hope you guys enjoy it and follow along. It's meant to be done at the same pace as you would do my beginner's program if you were one of my students, okay? So I do 2 lessons per week in my curriculum, and I'm going to release 2 lessons per week on the YouTube channel, on the Rumble channel. So make sure you guys are following along, and this is something that you guys can practice in your school, at this pace if you would like to. So first we're going to start with back control. So back control is the first position that I have in my beginner's curriculum, and it's for a reason. I think it's a very strong position, and it's a very good position to learn the fundamental principles of dominant position, excuse me. When you have a dominant position, there are 3 skill sets that you need in order to be successful in every single dominant position, and this includes leg entanglements. You need to have good entries into the position. You need to have a good retention ability in the position. That means your ability to stop your opponent from escaping and maintain control of the position. And you need to have good submission skills. And we could break the submission skill down further into grip fighting and breaking mechanics, okay? So we're going to go through all of these things. We're going to start with our first lesson on the back on retention, because retention is the most important skill that you need to learn first, because if your retention sucks, you can't really practice the other elements of the position. If you enter into the position, if your retention is bad, you're going to lose it right away. If you're trying to practice your submission skills, but your retention is not good, you're not going to be able to practice your submission skills in the position. So first, in every single dominant position, the question you need to ask is, am I able to hold it? Am I good at holding it? And if I'm not, what do I need to do in order to maintain the position? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So Mark, I'm going to take you back. So there's 2 sides that I can fall to. I can fall on the overhook side, or I can fall on the underhook side. And I'm not always going to be able to determine what side I fall to. So you need to be confident at maintaining control of both sides. Personally, I prefer the underhook side. I feel like it's easier to control, and I feel like I have more attack options from there. However, I do have a retention system for the overhook side too, okay? So on the overhook side, I'm going to fall. Right? And if I just bite my hooks down here and I try to just squeeze and maintain control, I actually don't have as much control over Mark's hips as I would like. If he brings his top hip down and his bottom hip over the top of my bottom leg, now he can scoot out, right? So he still has an ability to, go back. So he still has an ability to bring his hips in a direction that would let him escape. So I'm going to stop that, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my top leg, I'm going to hook it underneath his top leg, and I'm going to kick over, just like this, and cross my feet, okay? So this pinches down on his hips, and now if he tries to bring this top hip down so he can bring his bottom leg over, right? Try to scoot out, try to wiggle, right? So see, I have control of his hips, and he can't bring this top hip down anymore. So I've got him cemented here. So I know this has been invented before me, but I like to call this Dolphin Control, okay? I use this very often on the overhook side when I'm trying to maintain control. And once I have my control, of course, I'm starting to punch for the choke, okay? Now, let's go back. So overhook side, very easy maintenance of control. You take the top leg out, you kick it over. Now, on the underhook side, very essential that you have tight head position, and you don't want to just have it over the shoulder here. The best place you can put your chin
is literally on the neck. So I want to be nice and tight, almost pretend that your head is an alien head growing out of his body. Now I'm going to keep everything tight. I'm going to fall to my underhook side. And if possible, I'm going to lock my body triangle.
I'm going to bring my bottom leg across the belly and bring my top leg over. Now, you see I couldn't quite lock it underneath my knee pit. That's okay. I'm going to take my top arm out, grab this foot, pull the foot up, and now I'm locked right in place. Okay? So if you can do that, the body triangle is excellent for maintaining control. You can also put a good squeeze on it, right? And you may not always get a tap from it, but it's going to make them uncomfortable. And that, in addition to fighting for the choke, it sucks for the person, okay? Now, if you don't have the body type to be able to body triangle, or maybe you're going against a really big guy that you can't body triangle, that's okay. What you're going to do is just straighten your legs down and bite your hooks down just like this, okay? So I'm straightening my legs and I'm biting down just like that to maintain control, okay? Now, one of the things that Mark might do here, especially if I have a body triangle, right? One of the things he might try to do is he might try to go to the other side, okay? Now, wait 1 second. So I want to preempt this if possible. So if I can stop him from moving, then great, but it's gonna be difficult too in some cases. And I don't want him to actually be able to land the shoulder on that side if I can prevent it, okay? So if I sense that he's moving to this side, right? If I sense that he's bridging to this side, go ahead. I can catch this underhook, go ahead. I can catch this underhook in transition, switch my body triangle to the other side, and now even though we've landed here, I still have my underhook side control. I've just switched my harness and I've switched my body triangle. And of course here I'm going to adjust, make that tighter, okay? He does it again to the other side, I do the same thing. Catch, right, and transition here, okay? So if you can preempt that transition, great. Now, let's say he actually does land on that side, right? So let's say he goes really hard and I'm not able to catch the underhook in time. So go ahead, Mark. You gotta roll, you gotta roll. There you go. Good. So I wasn't able to switch. Well, I'm on the overhook side now. So I'm gonna go back to my Dolphin Control here. If I wanna stay here, that's fine. But if I really like my underhook side control and I wanna retain it, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take my top arm out, my underhook arm out. I'm gonna lift his head up, just like this. And now the overhook side arm is gonna punch underneath his arm and I regain my underhook harness. And now I just switch my legs back to a body triangle here, okay? So one more time, he bridges to the other side. Okay, he was too fast, I couldn't transition, so I kick the leg over right away, I go to my Dolphin Control. Now, I lift the head up, punch my underhook underneath, get my underhook harness back, and now I switch my hooks here, just like that. So that's your basic retention system here, guys. You have a means of controlling the person no matter which side they fall to or which side you fall to. And you have a means of getting that underhook back no matter where you are. You can preempt it if they transition, or if they land and you weren't able to preempt it, then you can lift the head up and you can punch underneath and regain it, okay? This is a system that was taught to me years ago by Dan Martinez and John Richardson, okay? So I've been using it ever since. Big credit to Dan for this. I think this is a fantastic retention system from the back, and I highly encourage you guys to follow him. He has really, really high-level jiu-jitsu and is an excellent training partner. So thank you guys for watching. Next video, we're gonna go into some more advanced retention techniques. So make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Remember, we're releasing 5 videos a week now. 2 of them are gonna be technique and 3 of them are gonna be conceptual strategic discussions just like we've been having before. So appreciate your support, guys, and I'll see you next time.